Hi there. Um, Today I'm going to show you how to make dragon scales or scale work using Warbler because as cool looking as it is, there's no tutorial on YouTube on how to cut them, shape them, put them on your armor, make them look cool. So, um, after a little bit of experimenting and some help from my other cosplay engineers at the 101st Vader's Fist, woohoo! Shout out to my peeps there. I said I would make a video and show them how to do it, and let's get started. Okay, first of all, you need something generally diamond shaped, works the best, especially if you're first trying out. And I have two different sizes. Actually, you can get these, they're Filmo cutters, and, for polymer clays and whatnot to just punch them out real fast. Don't really work on Warbler because you have to take your time and you have to draw them out, or you can heat the Warbler up and stamp them individually, which can also be annoying. I cut strips. The smallest one, which is I used for these guys right here, and was a half-inch strip, about a foot long, and you get about 20 of them, more or less, give or take, however length you're comfortable with. So, back to that. Again, a half inch. Sorry if this is all looking backwards because I'm shooting this on my laptop because my cameraman has decided to play video games.
That's because you never said this. Hey, I need your help with my.
Okay.
I need your help with filming.
So, that was him, sorry. And this is the next size up. The size that I preferred was this guy for my larger scales. As you can see, diamond shape boot. There we go. And so, we're going to use this guy. I was using sequins as the scales, which actually look really, really cool, but my armor setup is Melibanan, and they doesn't work too well if I'm doing fish scales on a dragon armor, so yeah, let's not go that way. So, as you can see, the reason why this is a different color is because I used Terraflex on this one. It's just like Warbler, it's a little different, it's smoother to the touch, heats up, molds, forms, the same thing as Warbler. You can get it at Tandy Leathers for like 40 bucks a sheet, and it's a decent size sheet. It's like what, 2 feet by 4 feet, something like that, give or take. And when the closest Warbler distributor is in Texas, yeah, you have to wait a little while to get it in the mail. And when you just got to get this stuff going, running across town is a lot easier than just waiting for the mail to get here. So back to this. Stripped off all the scale work, as you can see. Craft foam, Warbler underlay here. I'll explain this part later. And let's get started. First of all, I'm going to find a little bit of a scrap. Sorry about that. I should have had it ready to go. Maybe I can edit that out. Anyways, a little bit of a scrap here at the bottom. So that way when you lay your scales, as you can see here, I don't know if you can, there you go. As you see there, that's already hidden for you. You don't have to worry about cutting little triangles in half. So that, let's trim that real quick. We'll just do a few so you know what's going on. You get an idea of what it looks like, because I doubt you want to spend the next 20-30 minutes watching me do this. I can get tedious real fast. Okay. Heat gun. See? Get that in there. Run some heat over it. There. Now, let's turn that off. Already have a bunch of these little guys cut out. Let's put them there. There. See? Little guy. And we're going to try and get in close so you guys can see what I'm doing here. Again, sorry about the wibble wobbling. And that's the wrong one. There we go. Okay, I start on the far edge because that's going to wrap around later on. So you kind of heat it up enough to where it sticks on there, like so. I run it quick pass over this. Now for larger pieces, obviously you're going to be laying the bigger piece down and you're doing this on top of it. But for now, this gives you an idea. There we go. A little sticky. Kind of pop it on there. There we go. Grab another one. It's also a neat thing about when you tracing the triangles out, you can tell where the glue side is because you won't have any ink on the glue side. Okay. Put that puppy over again. See? Just line them up like that. And this is an 1100 and a 1500 watt heat gun, so I got it on the low setting because you don't want all your stuff to fall apart when you're doing it this way anyways. Also, you want to keep from burning the heck out of your fingers. When that happens, I use a forceps, little clamps to hold on to it, but I'm not going to do that with this one because I don't really need to at the moment. Generally when I burnt my fingers for the third time, that's when I'll go ahead and start using. Okay. Now you'll get these little wrinkles, that's fine, just kind of smoosh them up, smooth them down. You can go in later after this coat hardens and trim them off with an X-Acto knife or what have you. Warbler and Terraflex. I keep getting it stuck with Terrafirm. Work together, so mixing them is fine. Just you're going to be coating your stuff with gesso or plastic dip afterwards, so you don't have to worry about them looking vaguely different. Okay. Now, this is what we're going to do. You're going to lay it to where that bottom point is about a quarter over between the two. See that? Press it down. You're going to get that waffle cone effect. As you can see here, you get that waffly looking sort of thing going. That's fine. Don't worry about it. If you wanted it smooth, it works better with the larger pieces. The smaller pieces that we're using here, you really don't have that option because you want to make sure that these things adhere to each other. Because the last thing you want is to have one or two of them popping off in the middle of your event. Okay. And now we got that one. We'll do a couple more, and you pretty much have the idea. Practice with it. Ouch. Yeah, now it's going to start getting a little hot here. What I did is I also cut out a bunch of craft foam pieces, and I played with those. Okay, now, as you see, it's starting to overlay my fabric. My brocade that I painted silver to give it that nice little, you know, metallic look, but at the same time, decorative armor. So, you draw a line. That's what I did there. You take a pair of scissors while this is still kind of warm, and probably a better pair than what I'm using. Trim it off, and it's going to try and pop up. That's fine. Just run it over your heat gun a couple of times. There we go. Smoosh it down to where it lines up. Smoosh, 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 smoosh. Smoosh! There. And now it's all nicely lined up. So if you add ribbon later onto it, or trim, that way it all evens up. That's a little looking here and there because I was up way too late doing this the other night. My friend Cammie from the 101st. Hi Cammie! She came over and showed her how to do this. She's an excellent designer. Okay. And once you get the feel for how you're doing this or how to do this, you can kind of push it a little bit as far as, you know, getting it done. But like I said, this is just a short little thing. I wanted to show you how this works. I'm going to try and keep this tutorial under 15 minutes because anything after that, people start falling asleep or lose interest. There we go. Smoosh, smoosh, smoosh. And these will get warm too. That's okay. The warmer the better. Well, slow warmer the better because it makes it all get really hard and there. And as it goes up, it turns into that. And I'm going to turn this. And this is what the big pieces will look like later on. As you can see, you get that nice little overlay. It's all uniform. It's hard as a rock. And you see, instead of being indented or that waffly look, these sort of float over it. They do the, instead of concave, I forget what the other word is, but they're rounded this way instead of going in this way. And it looks really, 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 really cool. And eventually, if you're using a lineup, it all comes out nice and neat at the end. So, let me turn that off. I am hoping this will be of some use to somebody. Again, Kamui Cosplay. Love her tutorials. I wish she had done one on how to lay scales. But busy lady, popular lady, she's allowed to, you know, run off and do her thing and leave the rest of the wandering to us, so that way we can figure it out. So, hope this was useful. Any questions? Go ahead and leave a comment. Don't leave a comment. It's cool. I just hope it was of some help.